Everyone. I, CA Pragya Jain, on behalf of Professional Skill Enrichment Committee, ICI, welcome all the participants in today's webcast, Power BI Unleashed, from raw data to real impact. And today, first and foremost, we have with us the Professional Skill Enrichment Committee Chairman, Jay Chera sir. So we ask you to address our today's participants, sir.
A very good evening to all of you, friends. Good evening, Pragya, Vikalji, the learned speaker for today, and the backbone of our Professional Skills Enrichment Committee, who is responsible for the entire secretariat, Dr. Sambit Kumar Mishra ji, and all my dear friends. Once again, a very good evening. And friends, you will be happy to note that your Professional Skills Enrichment Committee is keeping a number of programs physically and under webinar mode. You know, Professional Skills Enrichment Committee has organized number of programs across various cities of India and even abroad at our ICI chapters. You know, topics like direct taxes, indirect taxes, company law, we have ample number of speakers. So, you know, doing physical programs at various places is quite possible. But when it comes to very specialized topics like conflict resolution, when it comes to topics like owning the room, that is communication, when it comes to topics like emotional intelligence, when it comes to topics like today's topic, you know, Power BI and all. So here what happens, we prefer the webinar mode so that we can cover our chartered accountants, our members across the country. Friends, Professional Enrichment Committee this year has a target of 100 power-packed such webinars for all of you. And my request would be, keep on joining, keep on being with us in such programs. And we'll have a spectrum of beautiful programs, a wide spectrum of beautiful programs from delegation to team building, to communication, to negotiation, to whatever you can imagine under this earth. And we are very open to your ideas. You can keep on giving us ideas so that, you know, we can keep topics suggested by you. You can even suggest speakers to us. Well, if we talk about the today's topic, it's a very important topic, Power BI. Friends, we have to understand one thing. We have to learn one thing from the Western world. Pragya, you know, India has delicious dishes. We are a nation with some of the best food available in the world, right? And in India, we have a rich culture. Just look at it. In India, you go 50 kilometers north, west, east, south, anywhere, and you will see different clothes, different food, different language. This is the beauty of India. This is the beauty of India, right? The food that we have in India, I think hardly any country can compare with us. But we have to learn from the Western world that presentation is equally important. We prepare the best food, but our focus is more on preparation. Presentation is something where we have to improve upon. And just because of that, our youth is moving towards the Western food rather than they coming to our Eastern food, right? This is something very interesting. Now, we have to understand the basic principles of account. The basic principle is substance over form. Well, that's very important. For accounting, substance over form, looking at what exactly it is, not looking at what is being presented, but looking into the substance, piercing through the veil and finding out the truth. That is the part of accounting. So while substance over form is the principle of accounting and for spirituality, but when it comes to business, when it comes to marketing, it is very important to see to it. It is form along with substance. Form is equally important. I'll put it in different ways. Vikalji, you are going to cover Power BI in the best possible way, but I'm putting it in a very layman's term. I'm putting it in a very layman's term because I want my chartered accountants to feel the importance of presentation. I do not want themselves to be restricted only to Power BI, but first understand the importance of presentation. So we have to learn from these English people. You know, if they have red wine, they have a different glass. Look at the once again presentation. If it is whiskey, there is a different glass. I'm not promoting this liquor, of course. And I'm not motivating that it is a program in the evening. So after this program, go for this. What I'm trying to say is the substances may be whiskey or red wine, but along with that form, that glass shape is equally important. So data overload is not equal to data insight. Just because all the data is thrown to the other person does not mean a proper decision can be taken. It is very, very important to capture the data from the right sources, right? After capturing, bringing together, analyzing, evaluating, this is very, very crucial. And the most crucial is presenting. The data should be presented in such a form that it is appealing. That is very, very crucial. It is appealing. Second, it conveys. See, today is the world of storytelling, right? Today in the startup world, we say that the one who can tell the story well sells well, right? The world has changed. So data overload is definitely not data insight. Raw data is abundant. It is abundant data, but value lies in discovery, right? Value lies in discovery. We can understand this from a very simple concept. You have petroleum inside, deep down the earth, but unless you get it, you process it, it does not convert into petrol and diesel in usable form. The same is the concept with presentation. Well, Power BI transforms clutter into clarity. Vikalji will like this concept, clutter to clarity, right? Too much of data is clutter. How to get clarity out of it? Because see, when we have collected the data, we have processed the data, we own the data, we have connection, emotional connection with that. But when you go and present, the other person is not very connected. So if you just put the raw data, he will not get what exactly you want to convey. So it is very, very crucial that it is properly condensed and put it in such a form that the other person can feel it. See, it is not only about information, it is about feeling also. And that is what is the concept. You know, we finance people have more and more on processing. The marketing guys even think about the emotion, feeling. And I think the chartered accountants, we require combining both these aspects. So real-time dashboards are very important today. Today, the top management does not have any time to look into all the day-to-day data. If you put voluminous data, then probably so many important things will be overlooked. So this is the time where our chartered accountants can take up the opportunity for their clients, for various corporates to prepare dashboards, real-time dashboards, connecting all the various data sources, meaningfully connecting. And I'm sure, Vikalji, you being a chartered accountant and a specialist on Power BI, you can understand, nobody other than chartered accountants can do requirement analysis better. Right? Though technical engineers, IT engineers might be good in coding, might be good in some software programming and all these things. But when it comes to requirement analysis, I think chartered accountants are best suited because we understand ins and outs of business. And the best part of Power BI is that here it is not much, or rather, it is not about programming and all these things. One of the best part is that you can have PPT, you can have Excel, everything can be integrated and the data can be captured from all these things. So drag and drop interface and natural language queries make Power BI. I think even a small kid can use it. Even a small kid, if he takes interest in that, he can learn. So what about the chartered accountant? Advanced visual analytics of Power BI makes it still something better for the users to understand. And sharing and collaboration is another very important feature. So I would just say that Power BI is about bringing narrative to life, right? The data, which is very important, might look a little dull. You are giving life to it. You are creating a story out of it. You are giving a narrative. And this Power BI, you can use it in real time, right? Dashboards. So I think this is the most important aspect today. And we have a fantastic speaker, CA Vikal Jain ji, who is going to tell us the nitty-gritties of this Power BI. And I'm sure at the end of this session, we all must, those who have never gone through this Power BI, they will understand the basics of it, they will develop the
Okay.
interest in this, and they will have the curiosity to learn something more on that. And those who are already into Power BI will get some 3 4 important details which Vikalji will share, and they will all enhance their understanding on this. So Pragyaji, thanks a lot for inviting our invitation of the Professional Skills Enrichment Committee and becoming the moderator. Vikalji,
Thank
I
you.
thank you very much for being the speaker today. And Sambitji, thank you very much for being such an important part of the Professional Skills Enrichment Committee and planning out all these various program webinar series. And friends, I hope that today is going to be an interesting session for all of you and for me also. Thank you very much. Back to Pragya.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Very
Thank you.
well. You have explained about the Professional Skill Enrichment Committee working. And very briefly, you explain what we are going to get in next 1 hour, 50 minutes. Thank you so much, sir. So now, this is my privilege and honor to introduce our today's speaker, CA Vikal Jain. CA Vikal Jain is a distinguished chartered accountant and a dynamic professional known for his expertise in data automation, finance analytics, and in emerging technologies. As the proprietor of Vikal Jain and Associates and a consultant with the 16th Finance Commission, Ministry of Finance, he brings a wealth of experience in research and data management. He is a recognized leader in the field of automation. CA Vikal Jain sir has conducted over 100 Excel sessions across more than 8 countries and delivered 40 plus impactful sessions on artificial intelligence at platforms such as ICI study circles, AI hackathon, and government think tank. His technical acumen earned his appreciation from Deputy Governor of Reserve Bank of India for his contribution to NITI NCAER dashboard. Beyond traditional finance, he is also a digital educator and social influencer with more than 3.6 million followers on his Excel Tricks Facebook page and a strong presence on Instagram. He has created widely assessed tutorials on Power BI, Power Queries, Office 365, and ChatGPT. His training programs have empowered over 500 professionals globally through platforms like GoToWebinar and Skype. He is a certified chartered accountant ICAI 2013. CA Vikal Jain sir also holds a certification in International Finance Reporting Standard and has completed level 1 of the AI certification by ICAI. Great, sir. Let we dive into the
Thank you, ma'am.
topic. So over to you, Vikalji.
Thank you, Pragya ji. Thank you, Jai sir. Thank you, ICAI, for giving me this kind of opportunity to talk about Power BI. Let me just share my screen, then we will start the session. So whenever we are considering Power BI, we always have some fear. What is Power BI and how we can use it in our practice and how we can use in our client office. So visualize a position like this. Let's say your client has SAP installed in your in their office. Now, what is going to happen? Let's say you are extracting a GST report or GST transaction report. So it might also be possible that there would be 1 lakh row entries in that. Now, what is going to happen? Let's say if I'm going to add a master data, let's say, for example, let's say there is a client ABC Limited. Let's say I want to add a GST number and the address and XYZ parameters of that client in that report, which is on already is having size of 1 lakh rows. If I'm going to add those kind of things, the report is going to means heavy and a huge file. Now, what a SAP generally does, or what other software generally does, they keep reports in segmented way. Means they keep master file in different Excel file. They keep transaction file in separate. They keep additional place of business in the separate file. Now, what Power BI does? Power BI integrate all the facilities together and generate a visualization. Let's say if I want to add a additional place of business for a single client, or let's say I want to check whether this client, how much I have achieved the sale from this client. So I can take the advantage of Power BI. And Power BI is a completely free tool. Whenever we are dealing with the sharing part, then we need to pay some extra cost. Otherwise, for working practice, it is a free tool. So here I'm going to use a free tool once again for our chartered accountants. Now you can see Power BI is a nothing, just Excel. Now how I can say it is Excel. So Power BI, if I'm going to add two things in my Excel, so it is going to become Power BI at least 70%. Yani means 70% of the Power BI is equal to what? Your Excel plus your Power Query plus your Power Pivot. You can see here Power Pivot. So whenever we are talking about Excel plus Power Query plus Power Pivot, so it is going to become your Power BI. And the most important part is visualization, which is equal to 30%. So whenever we are talking about any kind of transformation or visualization tool, either Power BI or Tableau, so you need to understand that it's 70% is the transformation and 30% is the visualization. Let's say if we have data, simple data in our Excel, we can simply plot a chart. It is not it is not that much difficult. As same as your Power BI does. So if you are able to transform your data using Power BI, then you can make a chart easily. I will show you how you can convert, how you can transform your data using Power BI, using Power Query, and so on. So let's understand what is Power BI exactly. BI stands for business intelligence. So what is advantage of Power BI? Let's say I have created a dashboard over here, and let's say I want to share this dashboard with anyone. Let's say in my earlier example, I have taken the additional place of business. Let's say the place of business is Karol Bagh. So let's say my client is having additional place in Karol Bagh, and on the Karol Bagh, let's say it has made a sale of, let's say, $1,000. So if I will share that report with my client, so it can easily change by a single slicer or a drag and drop. So that's how you can take the advantage of Power BI with a link. Even the Tableau software do the same thing. Now, what is the difference between Power BI and your Excel? So see, we generally make the charts in Excel too, and now we are talking about for making chart, we are going to use Power BI. Of course, we need to when we are making charts on Excel, it means what is going to happen over here is we need to, let's say I have a data of let's say transactions. If I'm creating a chart on the transaction, what is going to happen? I need to share that Excel file with anyone, or let's say if I'm using Google Drive, so what I will do, I will simply share the link of Google Drive, or let's say I will share the link of OneDrive, or whatever the case may be. But in the case of Power BI, I don't need to share any data. What I will do, I will simply share the link of that dashboard. The client is having a paid account. It can easily download the Excel file, so on. You can see it can handle large set of data. As I've told you, Excel has limited strength, but Power BI does not have any limitation with regarding to data size. Again, it is a cloud-based software, so it will give you more advantage or more versatile than your Excel software. It has visualization part, and obviously it has more security. Whenever we are talking about paid Power BI, so we have more security, means our dashboard are safe with the Microsoft Cloud. So that's how Power BI generally is differentiating from your Excel. Now, how to download your Power BI? First, we need to understand this. So for downloading Power BI, we need to simply go to Microsoft website, and you will see this software, and we need to simply click on the download. If I'm going to open the Power, let's say Google Chrome, you need to simply search Power BI, and it is a free software when we are simply running on the desktop. So you need to simply download it from here, and it will download in your system, and we need to install it, and like this. So I'm opening my Power BI in my system. It is opening. because it is a heavy software. Sometimes it takes time. The size of this software is around more than 800 MBs. So now you can see I have already logged in with my company account. So you can't log in Power BI with your personal email ID. You need to create your company email ID. Otherwise, you can work without even login. So here I'm going to start with a blank report, and you can see here we have blank report. Now if you will see this tool will open whenever we are opening our Power BI first time. So this pop-up, this window will open in your laptop or desktop. So here we have live edit semantic models. So a semantic model is nothing, just a cloud-based system of Power BI. So I'm not going to use that over here and close this. Now you will see the beauty of Power BI exactly is in Excel, we have some limitation to import data from different software. But here you can see, here we can import the data from the Excel directly. Here we can enter the data in the tabular form. And here we have more than 50 websites or servers. From there, we can import the data. You can see text, CSV, SQL Server, Oracle, or SAP. Here we can integrate our SAP directly, SAP HANA. And Azure, which is a software of Microsoft, and SharePoint. And here we have Python script also. We can import the data from the Python script. And here we have lots of options, more than 50 options we have. And we can simply we can simply integrate those options in our Power BI. Now let's try to understand how we can use our Power BI. So whenever we are opening our Power BI first time, we need to do two changes in our Power BI settings. And I will tell you how we can do that. Just go to File Options. Here we have Option and Setting, and here we have Options. Now you will see here we in on the preview feature, we need to enable all the feature over here because it will give you more fantastic options in it. And we need to simply check all the options. And in the data load option, we need to disable these two things. We need to disable these two checkbox and this one. Now, why I am disabling this two option? And let's try to understand for first one and this one. So whenever we are simply clicking all the options in the preview feature, it means we are going to take the hidden advantage of Power BI, which is not available directly when we are not clicking on these kind of options. So on the data load, we have disabled this option. So whenever we are loading any data, let's say we have we are going to load, let's say additional place of business, principal place of business, transaction data, master data in Power BI, it is going to create a relationship automatically on the column header. So I don't want that. Here you can see import relationship from the data source on the first load. I don't want that. And you can see auto detect new relationship after data is loaded. No, I don't want that. Again, time and intelligence, auto detect time. This option I want to disable it because again it will do the from manipulation with the dates. It will extract the years, months, and so on. But I don't want that. I want my customized dashboard, my customized data. So we need to do two settings whenever we are opening Power BI first time. Now, click OK. So this setting will keep till your system open. When you will close your system and reopen it, you need to do this two setting once again. Click OK and OK. Now, what we need to do here is we are going to simply import some Excel files in it, and we will try to understand how Power BI works, how we can transform our data using Power BI, how we can transform, and how we can convert this Power BI tool into a Excel file. And we can see in Power BI, generally data can be mold data can be transformed through two kind of things here. First is Power BI, Power Query, and second is dex. Dex means data expression language. So whenever we are talking about transformation, which is equivalent to 70% of your data, visualization is 30%. So data can be transformed in two ways. First is Power Query, and second is DEX. So DEX is nothing. DEX is just equal to Power Pivot or your Excel. So if you are good in Excel, so you can easily understand DEX. So DEX is the you can also say it as DEX is the front end of your Power BI. If you are simply talking about this one, and you will see here we have report view. We are going to create a dashboard over here. We can see the visualization part here, so we can insert any kind of chart if we have data. And here we have report table view, which is just as equal to your Excel file. So whenever we are going to import the data in it, so it will give a feeling of your Excel, which is already in our blood. Now we can see here we have diagram view. So we can convert multiple file into relationship. So let's say we are going to import, let's say master data or transaction data. So we can configure a relationship here. And here we have DAX programming mode, Copilot. So we need to, for using Copilot, we need to integrate our semantic tool first. I have not integrated that. And here it is a complete a programming mode. So I'm not going to use DAX over here. We are going to use a report view and table view. And the last one is model view. So this is the basic of Power BI when we are new to Power BI. So now let's try to import some data in it. And you can see I have created a raw files over here, which is a very, very large data set. And you can see here we have calendar lookup. Let me just open this. So here we have nothing, just a date column in it, which is a unique column actually. Unique column means there is no duplicate value in it. So besides to date calendar lookup, here we have customer lookup. It is the means you can say it as it is a customer database. And here we have sales data of 2020, sales data 2021, sales data 2022. I am believing my data is very, very huge. So that's why I am keeping all the files separately. Here we have territory lookup. So here we have, let's say, state name, country, latitude, and longitude. So whenever we are imposing any latitude or longitude in our data, then we can create a map chart from Power BI. So here we have other files like product category. So you can see here we have two category of products, EEW and TAA. And here we have product lookup. And you can see here we have product name, model name, product descriptions, product category, product size, the large data we have here. And you can see the sales file. Here we have sales file. Whenever we are, let's say, whenever we are looking for GST number and the master ID, we generally need a master database. But for Power BI, we are not going to use any VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP. We are going to simply link all the files together, and we will take the privilege of this separated or this segmented data into integrated data. Now we are going to import all the files, and then we will start the actual working of Power BI over here. Okay, now here we have Power BI. Now we are going to import an Excel file, and here we have Excel file. Now I'm going to simply click here. So this is my location, and you can see only one file is coming here because this is the Excel file, and rest of the files are actually CSV files. So whenever you are seeing any CSV file, so you don't need to actually import Excel file, or you can say, yeah, click on this all files. So it will show you all files. Otherwise, you can go to get data from the text and CSV. So it will show you all the files like this. So now it will not show you Excel file, which it was showing you earlier. So now I'm going to import, let's say a simple file I'm going to import over here is, let's say sales data 2020 and open. Now, here we need to understand this. This pop-up window is very, very important. So this pop-up window can be understand from this graph. This graph is saying basically whenever we are here, we have two options here, load and transform data. So whenever we are simply clicking on this load, it means we want to work from the front end, means from the DAX. And whenever we are clicking on this transform data, it means we are comfortable with the Power Query. We are going to transform our data using Power Query. So whenever we are going in the backend, it will load you the Power Query. Whenever we are simply clicking on this load part, then it will take you to the DAX. So here I'm going to click on this transform data to show you the Power Query tab, transform data. And you can see this Power Query option is coming here. And you will get amazed that is, if I'm going to open my Excel file, a blank Excel file, and on the data tab, here we have get data, and here we have launch Power Query editor. So you will get amazed. Here is this Power Query editor is as same as your Power BI Power Query editor. So what is the difference between these two? Nothing. So whenever we are adding up Power Pivot and Power Query with the Excel, so data transformation part has been completed. That's it. So close this. So now I'm going to close my Excel file once again. So now you will see this is my data, which is appearing in Power Query editor. Since I have clicked on transform data, so now it is going to show me Power Query editor. Now I want to transform this data. And you can see here we have transform tab. So we can transform, we can use any kind of transformation tool over here. Let's say I want to extract, let's say year from here. Let's say I want to convert this order date to the year column. So what I will do, I will simply click on this, and for the date option, here we have date. Now the beauty of Power Query is whenever we are importing any text, let's say here we have text, so text option will enable here. If I'm going to use this date tab, so date option will enable here. So here we are going to use extraction part, which is the year. So here we have a year. Just click on this year, and you will see the year has been extracted. So this is the basic Power Query which we are using here. And you will see whenever we are means using anything, so it is creating step-by-step guide over here. So what we have done, we have extracted year. If we are going to, we are going back, so the data would appear like this. If I'm going back, so data is appearing like this. So if I'm going back, the final source was this. So my original data was looking like this. So what it has done, it has promoted my headers from here to here. Actually, Power Query is a very, very vast topic. So we are simply going to, I'm going to simply explain the basic part. Then we will are going to understand some kind of visualization. Then we are going to means make a conclusion from that. So here we have extracted year. So we have extracted the year from this, but I don't. And here we can we point to be noted is that we don't have any control Z in it. So if we let's say you have extracted years from this, so you can't press Control Z, and there is no undo option. So what you need to do, you need to simply cut this from here, and it will take you to the back. And you can see order date is coming back. So I can simply on the file tab here, I'm going to simply click on this close and apply. And this will show your Power BI window once again. Now, understand this. What is happening is whenever we are loading any data we are loading, so there are two options coming. Is first is load, and second is transform. So whenever we are clicking on transform part, so it is taking you to the Power Query, which is the backend of your Power BI. And whenever we are simply click on this load, so it will take you to this window once again. It will not take you to the Power Query. So how now how I can see the data? Here we have table view, and this is simply giving a view of your Excel file. So Excel file generally look like this. So it is again as same as with your Excel file. So now I am going to import multiple files to understand the Power BI and the relationships, and then we are going to make some kind of attractive visualization from this. So here I'm going to import some more files in it. Let's say get data from text and CSV. Let's say I'm going to import this calendar lookup. So load. This time I'm not loading my Power Query editor, and you can see the data is here, calendar lookup. So I can switch my data from this to this. Just click on this, and here we have. Simply again load the third file, customer lookup, and again load. And this time we have three tables over here, and get data, text and CSV, and the fourth one, product category, open, load. So we are simply, you can also presume that we are simply integrating our SAP software. So here we have master data, transaction data, and further data. So that's how we are loading multiple files in it, even without integrating them. Here we have product category, product lookup, load, and the text and CSV, product subcategory, load. And here we have credit note data also here. Return data means credit note, open, load. So I'm loading all the files over here is means then we are going to link all the files together. Sales data 2021. So 3 years we are importing in it, load. And the last one, here it is, sales data 2022, open, just load. Since we have already disabled our auto linking part, so it is not going to create any linking directly. And now we want to link these files together to find out some kind of visualization here. Let's say what I want to, let's say I want to find out the first parameter. First parameter is, let's say, I want to find out total sales in 2020. So how will I find it? Let's say here we have sales data of 2020. You will say simply click on this sales data 2020 and you will see, but there is no price in it. So what I will do in the Excel file, I will simply use XLOOKUP. I will try to find out the price. Then I will do the multiplication. Then we will simply find out the sales. And from that sales, we are going to make a single card, or we are simply going to plot the sales here. But I will also try to put a slicer here. If I will click on, let's say, product one, so it will show me the sales of product one. So that's how Power BI is going to take you the more further advanced business intelligence. So here we have a model view, which is nothing, just a diagram view. We need to narrow it, and you can see all tables are appearing here. So let's say we want to simply find out the product data. Let's say sales of 2020. So we are simply arranging our tables like this so that we can see all files together like this. This is a very important part. And for this, we need to simply understand a linking part, which is nothing, just drag and drop. We can use a keyboard also if mouse is not working for dragging and dropping. You can see now all our files are here. So we want to find out the total sales of the 2020, and you can see the product rate is here, product price. Now we need to integrate these two, we need to link these two tables, sales data 2020 and product lookup. So here we need to find out the common things in it. So customer key is not here, and product key is here. So we can link this product key with this one. Now you can see whenever we are, how we can link that. Let's try to understand this. So this product key is common with this product key. So what we need to do, we need to simply pick this and drop it on this product key. And whenever we are doing this, so it will show me this linking part. So what you are doing is we are dropping our sales data 2020 product key to product lookup product key, which is the relationship means many to one. Many to one means what? Many to ones means it might also be possible that we have done the sales of one product in multiple transactions. But product lookup is a master database in which a product key is unique. So that's why whenever we are having any kind of unique criteria, unique data in our files, so we can call it as one. When we have multiple transactions or multiple IDs, which is a duplicate, so we can call it as many. Always try to understand is better relationship is many to one or one to many, nothing else. Many to many can't be established. Let's say you are using VLOOKUP, and let's say there are two transactions, let's say SGST and CGST. Again, there is two transactions, SGST and CGST. So you are not able to link which SGST is linked with the SGST, CGST is linked with which CGST. So that's how a many to many relationship is not good at all. So we need to understand is one many to one or one to many relationship can be established. Otherwise, it will not give you the desired results. Just save, click save, and you can see this option is coming. Means here we have product key one means unique. Here we have unique product key in it, and here we have this star key means many. It means we have done so many product key transactions in it. So that's how we have established a relationship. And if you want to remove any relationship, just right click on it and delete. So it will also delete this relationship. And we can simply click on this table part. Now we can add a sales here. Now we can add sales here. So how we can do that? Now how we will find out the sales? Simply quantity, order quantity, multiply by your price. So now we can simply add a new column, new column. Now, technical terminology, whenever we are adding a new column, we generally call it as calculated field. So some pupils in foreign call it as a calculated field. So calculated field is nothing in Power BI, just a new column when we are adding. So here I'm going to, let's say, giving this, let's say, name of total sales. So here we have order quantity. And whenever we are clicking on the new column with this, this option will come by default. Let me just try once again. So here I'm going to add a new column once again, new column, and this option will come like this. So this column means your column name, how you are going to assign your column name. Let's say I'm going to assign this with total sales. Now equal to what? What is the total sales? Quantity multiply by your price. So quantity, order, quantity, and you can see order quantity is here. Now we need to multiply with this one and price. And you can see price column is not coming. If we are going to find out this price column here, price. So product price column is here. And the beauty is another beauty is we can search any column from this from multiple reports. Or let's say you want to find out, let's say customer ID. So it will show you customer key in this data, in this data, in this data, in this data. So that's how it is. We are able to find out the multiple columns in multiple report also. So close this. Now we need to multiply this product price, and you can see the price column is here. Sorry. Here you can see product price is here, but we are not able to multiply product price directly because we can't fetch anything from this outside from means we can't fetch anything outside from this table. So we need to whenever we are fetching anything outside from this table, we need to use a function which is related. Related is nothing, just your XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP. So now we can see only the product table is coming because product table is coming because of that relationship which we have established in our backend or in our diagram view. So it means whenever we are working with text or which is as same as your Excel file. So you need to simply build a relationship first, then you can take the advantage of DEX. So now here we have pricing part. Just double click on it and close the parentheses, and you will see it has automatically taken the closure of parentheses, and total sales is coming here. So that's how we have simply integrated two files. Now, next time, what will happen is whenever, let's say, someone will post the entry in SAP, Oracle, or whatever the another software case may be. Now, what will happen? It will automatically update the transactions. So this column is not added in my sales data. Let me just open my sales data once again. This was the original data. So you can see total quantity, total sales is not coming here, but it is coming in Power BI. So we have just done the transformation directly in the Power BI. So what we need to do in the next time, we need to simply right click on refresh data. So it will automatically update next time whenever someone is going to post the new entry. So dashboard will automatically update. So now if we are going to come here on the report view, here we have a single card. Single card, what single card does? Here we have multiple tools here actually is. Here we have, now it will give you a Excel view. Here we have stack bar chart. Here we have line chart. Here we have area chart. Here we have dotted scatter chart. Here we have pie chart. Here we have matrix. Here we have single card. This thing is new in, this is not in Excel. So this single card is nothing, just it is going to give you a visual in a single boxes. So we can simply add total sales here, and you can see total sales is actually 1 million of your of the total means sales. What it has done, it has done the summation of all the sales and provide the value in the single card. Now, if I'm going to, let's say, add a slicer here, let's say, for example, in this table, let's say this one, we have two products here, ECW and TAA. Let's say what I want to add a filter here. Whenever I will click on this ECW, or let's say I want to click on this additional place of business or XYZ, so it will automatically update my total sales in this card. This is the beauty of this dashboard. So what I can do, I can simply add product category, but can I add product category directly? No, because there is no relationship between this one and this one. So always, whenever you are using Power BI or dashboard tools, so we need to impose relationship first, then only we can take the advantage of means this multiple visualization features. So here we have a relationship once again. Now what we want to integrate this category name, and which is in this product category lookup. So now product category lookup, we are going to find out this table. So here we have product category lookup. So here we have product category key, and here we have sales data. Can we find out the product category key in it? No. Here we have category name. Can we have category name in it? No. Here we can see product subcategory is here, but not product category key is here. Now, how we will integrate this two table with this one when we don't have directly the path? It means what is happening is we the this column is not here, this column is not here, this column is also not here, this column is not so also not here. So how we will integrate this and how we will build a relationship? So that's why we have inserted one more table. This is product subcategory or product lookup. So what I'm going to do is I am simply building a bridge. Means let's say this hand is not connected, this hand is not connected. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply build a bridge to connect these two hands. So this table is just a bridge of this table. So what I will do, I will link this table with this one. This table is this one, and this table is this one. So that's how it will build a bridge, and it will link relationship. Then we can take the advantage of slicer. Now we need to simply click on this product category key and click here. And you can see one-to-many relationship once again, save. And now we have integrated table here. Now we need to simply link this product subcategory key, and here it is. Here we have one many to one. Just save it. And product key, we don't need to link. So I think we have linked all the tables. So how you can see that. See, this table is linked with this one. This table is linked with this one. This table is linked with this one. So a complete chain of linking is coming. And now we don't need to use VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP in our actual data. So that's how this is a building a great bridge. All data has been interlinked. Just click here, report view, and we can use the slicer here. Here we have slicer. So now we can add product category. Sorry, category name we are going to add. So ECW, and you can see the beauty. Whenever we are clicking on EGW, so it is automatically updating my total sales. And whenever we are clicking on this TAA, so this is my TAA sales from the category. We have not even used our data. We are simply doing what we are simply connecting the data, multiple data together, like a drag and drop. Then we are simply dragging and dropping here, and it is creating a multiple and beautiful charts here. And we can simply share this report with anyone. Let's say if I'm going to format this, or let's say, or we can simply share this. Here you can see we need to actually username, or it will open OneDrive for you. So again, it is a paid paid service. So we need to simply download this from. If we are using free version, we can simply download this. So we can simply save as it. Here we have option to share this data as PDF also. So we can simply export this data like export as a PDF. So we can save our data as a PDF also. And you will see this PDF will look like this. So we can simply share this data. Just click on single report and share the PDF. Because why we are using PDF? Because we are using free version. If we are not using free version, we can simply share the links. So whenever someone will click on that link, even without touching the original data, it will update the. It will able to update the dashboard directly. Now click. Now close this. Now let's try to understand one more thing here is, let's say here we have sales data 2020, and here we have sales data of 2021, and let's say here we have sales data of 2022. Now what I want to do, I want to add few more things in it. Let's say what I want to add, let's say I want to check my graph of sales. Means I want to insert a line chart here like this. Now, what I will do, I will simply see the chart of my sales 2020, 2021, and 2022, which is all together different data. Now, how we will connect all these data together, and we will simply build a line chart from this. For this, we need a total sales or a complete transaction summary. How we can do that? If we are using Excel, what we will do, we will simply copy our 2021 data, paste to the below of 2020. If we are using again for the 2022, we will simply copy the data and again paste to the down of the 2021. So that's how we are going to compile our data. But in the Power BI, we are not going to do that. We are going to automate this. What will happen is if someone will post the entry in 2022, my dashboard will automatically update. If someone is going to alter the transaction of 2020, it is going to update. And the one more feature is, let's say here we have one more data is return data. Return data has data of 2021, 22, and 20. So we can find out the return percentage. It means how many percentage we are getting return from for this product or for this product. So that's how we can find out the percentage from when we are integrating data together, and it is not taking the size of your system as this file, because we are not actually altering our Excel files. We are simply doing the transformation in our Power Query software. So what we need to do, we need to simply integrate our data together like this: 2020, 2020 to 21 to the below, and 22 to below of 21. So how we can do that? Here we have a feature, good feature, which is available only in Power Query, that is append queries. So there are two features actually in Power Query. First is merge query, and second is append query. This two terminology are very confusing. Whenever, let's say, I'm going to open my Excel file. Let's say here we have some data here. Okay, let's say this can call this can be called as 2020 data. And let's say here we have some data. Let's say this is data of 2021. So whenever we are integrating data to the below of means upper data, then we are calling it as append queries. So in this case, we are going to use append queries. Whenever we are integrating data here, means to the right side or to the left side, then we can call it as merge queries. So whenever we are merging data columnar form, then we can call it as merge query. Whenever we are merging our data in row form, then we are calling it as append queries. Simply close this. So now we are going to append our three data 20, 21, 22. Then we are going to find out the return percentage and the line chart. That's how we can take the advantage of this line chart also. So here we have going to use append queries. For that, we need to load up our Power Query. Here we are going to use transform data. So transform, whenever you see the transform word, it will you need to simply click on you need to simply click on that buzzer. Buzzer is saying simply go to Power Query. Transform is equal to your Power Query editor. So transform data. So now what I want to do, I want to append queries and I'm making this data together. So I'm simply copying the same data 2020 here and pasting it here once again, paste. Now, why I'm copying it, because I don't want to alter this sales data 2020 directly. I want to create a new file which is total sales altogether. So right click here and rename this. So I'm saying it as total sales data. Now again, this Excel file is new in my software, but if you will see the folder, this file is not coming here because we are generating a new file, not a new file, we are generating a temporary new file in our Power BI database only. So now we are going to integrate all files together. So here I'm going to use append queries. Here we have append queries on the home tab, and you can see append queries. Now, whenever you have two tables to integrate, then you can use two tables. Since we don't have any we don't have two tables over here, we have three or more tables. So we are going to integrate one, two, three tables. So we are going to click on this three or more tables. And here we have total sales, which is as same as your 2020 data, right? And it is already here. So we don't need to add this sales data 2020 here because it will otherwise duplicate your sales data 2020. So what I will do, I will simply add this 2021 here, and you will see now two data is here. Now we will see 2022, and we are going to add it here. And now you can see all data has been integrated, and click on this OK. And that's how your data has been integrated. Now you will say this data is again seeming as equal to 2020, but let's try to find out 2021. Load more, whether it is coming or not. Yes, it is coming. 2022, yes, it is also coming. So it means all data is here in the one file, and this one file is coming from this three files directly. So now what I will do, since I want to create a year chart, so we can find out the year also. Let's say I want to transform this year order date to year column. So click on this, and in the date tab, we are not using any M code language. Now, what is M code? So whenever you are doing any steps in Power Query, it is creating it is creating a audit log. All software are mandatory in the accounting field, or audit log is mandatory, as same as your Power Query editor is also creating audit logs. Now, how it is creating, you will see the advanced editor. This is the audit logs. So everything you are doing here, it is recording that steps as a line of code. We generally call it as M code language, or you can also call it as your audit logs. So done. Now we are going to find out the years. So simply click here, and here we have in the transform. Whenever you are transforming your data, so you need to simply click on this transform. So here I'm going to load this order date, and uh, here I'm going to extract year, and you can see here we have now. Here we have 3 years, 2020, 21, and 22. So that's how we can make a line chart from this. Click OK, and just close and apply. Now you can see here we have one more data in our list, details, which is total sales. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you want to see this data, so we can simply click on this table view. So you will click here, and you will see the whole complete data is here. So this data has been manipulated or altered by Power Query Editor. Now we can simply add a line chart here. Simply click on this line chart, and we have already added it. Now, how we can add the data in the line chart? Here you can see whenever we are, let's say I'm going to delete this. I'm going to add a line chart once again. Now you will see whenever we are adding anything in the this report view. So whenever we are adding anything, so this option will come to you, and you can see x-axis, y-axis, and so on. So let's say I want to plot anything on the secondary axis or y-axis, so we can plot that. So here I'm on the x-axis, I want to plot years. So here we need to find out the years, which is nothing, just this single column, which is this one, order date. So we can also rename it as year of orders. So here it is. Now, year of order is here on the x-axis. Now, in the y-axis, we need to plot uh, order quantity, and this chart will look like this. Just one minute, please. Okay, so you can see what we have done here is we have integrated all three data together, and we are able to see a line chart from multiple data, and multiple data is lying with in our system. 2020 data is here, which is here, and 2021 data is here, which is here, and 2022 is here, and which is here. Means from three different files, we are creating a single line chart, and which is also updating with your category slicer. You can see whenever we are clicking on this category name, so now it is showing me the order quantity of this single product. What we have done, we have simply filtering out 4 reports, and creating a charts like this. You can see like this. And I think there is no linkage between these two and this one. So we need to link this also. Whenever your chart is not updating with a slicer, so it means your report has not linked. So we need to build a relationship. Then only we can take the advantage of this field slicer. So again, we are coming here on this part. So we need to link this total sales data with our product. So we can link this product key with this one. And here we have many to one relationship. Click save. So now the total sales data is also linked with your product. So now we can update this, and you can see it is already updating. TAA, and this line chart is again updating. So that's how you can take the advantage of transformation. This chart is not making means this making of this chart is not as much as difficult. The difficult part is the tricky part is transformation. So whenever you are learning transformation, transformation is as same as your Excel file. Why generally I'm calling it as a Excel view? Because we can use multiple Excel functions here. Let me, I have created a list over here is here it is. So this list has been created by me. We generally use these functions in our office. So you can see all function are looking like your Excel functions, except this related is nothing, just a renaming of your VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP has been renamed like related. So this is a text function. This is a logical function. If function is in the Excel, and function is in the Excel, or again is in the Excel. So all function are available in the Excel. And how we can use that? What we need to do? We need to simply add a new column like this, and we can simply add or we can simply use the function. Now, one thing to be noted here is those functions means let me just open my Excel file once again. So let's say here I have entered three values here, and let's say I'm going to multiply every value by one, or let's say 10. So so what I'm doing is I have entered three values here, and I'm multiplying every value by 10. So that's multiplication I can done in my Power BI. Let me show you how. So simply adding a new column here, new column. Let's say I want to multiply this order quantity by 10. So I will delete this column for later order quantity. Here it is, multiply by 10. And click outside anywhere, and you will see order quantity has been multiplied by 10. Now, what if I want to add the summation, if I want to find out the summation of this order quantity? I can't use summation because it will not provide, it is not facilitating me to enter the formula in one cell, or in one row, or in one column. But how I can use that sum function, count function, average function, which is providing me only one value. You can see if I'm using sum function, so it is going to provide me only one value, single value. So whenever anything is going to provide you the multiple value, you can add a new column in your DAX or in your Power Query. But whenever anything is going to provide a single value, then we need to understand. We can't use that single value. We need to simply use here is new measure. For multiple values, we need to use a new column. And for single values, we need to find out the new measures. And let's say if again, I want to do the summation of order quantity. So I'm going to delete this. Now I want to do the summation of order quantity here directly. Let's say in the total sales, I'm doing it here. So new measure. And this time I am saying it as total order quantity. Okay. Now, how can I find out that total order quantity? I will use sum function, sum order quantity, order quantity. So this will provide me the one value. Just close this and check. See, function is correct, but it is not providing me any value anywhere. But how can I check my measure? What is the value of that measure? I can check only in the report view from the single card. So I can simply add the single card here. Single card is just nothing, just going to provide you the value in a single box like this. If I'm going to add a measure like this here, total order quantity. So total order quantity is 2311, your order quantity. So if you will add all the order quantity, it will show you like this. But now you see the difference between measure and your column. So if I'm going to add a new column, so here in the sales data 2020, we have added a new column, which is the total sales. So it is showing you like this. Save button like option is coming. Whenever we are using a measure, so a calculator option is coming over here. So transformation part is a little bit tricky, and again, data visualization part is very very easy. So simply drag and drop is here, but the transformation we need to do the 3 or 4 steps like linking, like transformation or extraction, which we have done in the year, and the rest part. Let's say if I want to use the left, right, or mid function, we can simply use in the dex directly. Here we have function for that left, right, mid. This is you can consider this thing is as your Excel file. So this is it. Here we have total order quantity. Let's say I want to find out new thing, new parameters or new measure return percentage over here. So return percentage, how we can find out? So return percentage would be your return orders, total return orders divided by your total sales order. Am I right? Yes. Now what is going to happen is how we can find out. Here we have total sales data and here we have return data. Here it is. Now this two data again is not interlinked. So we are not able to do the calculation. So we need to link this data once again. So product key, I'm going to link with this one. And again, it is creating a many to one relationship. Save. The idea is whenever you are using another table which is not related to your previous table, then you need to establish a relationship. One single connector should be there. Then only you can take the advantage of this diagram view. Now my return data is linked with product lookup key table and sales data is linked with your product lookup table. And that's how you can see. So this table is in center. So this table is linked with this one. This table is linked with this one. In the early example, we are linking like a stairs. So we are simply linking with the sales data 2021 with this one, and again with this one and with this one. So whenever we are linking like a chain, so we generally call it as snake schema, or whenever we are simply connecting this one with center schema, we are simply call it as star schema. So it is very, very important to understand this because we need to see. I have not plotted my table in chronological orders because if I will see, if I have only created a 4 relationship, and you will see lines are becoming messy. So whenever we are we are going to enter multiple data, so line will become messy. So we need to keep the position of this data accurate in the accurate position so that we can track every relationship where the data is linked, where the data is not linked, or we have alternate option is we can simply click on this and you can see this relationship is showing this that product lookup product key is linked with your written data product key. That's how you can find out the relationship. So click on report view once again. Now we want to find out the return percentage. Return percentage is nothing your sum of written orders divided by your sales orders. So here I'm going to use again a new measure. New measure. So now I'm going to say it as percentage of return quantity. Now question is whether we can use the percentage of the percentage symbol here. See, this is nothing, just a column name. So whenever we are using Excel file, we can simply enter the percentage in the column name. So we can enter the percentage here. So here we have return order quantity, return order quantity. Here it is showing me total order quantity, but it is not showing me return order quantity. Let me just check the link whether what is happening in the backend. I think something is missing. The product key is linked. Territory key we can also link. Return date we can link with this date one. Again, many to one. And order date, total sales data order date is stock date, many to one. So this two table has been interlinked now. Product key, customer key, we can link with this one, customer data. And you can see so we are simply establishing relationship with the multiple tables now. So this 2020 data, 21 data is 21, and this 22 data is not relevant for us when we are using total sales data. Now we can also hide this data from the backend. If let's say if you are in the report, you will see here we have total sales data, and here we have total sales data 2020. Here we have sales data 2021. Here we have sales data 2022. So whenever we are referring this data, we don't need these three. So what I can do, I can simply click on this, and we can simply click on this hide. Or alternate, we can do what? We can simply click here and simply click on this I symbol. And whenever we are going to click on this I symbol, it will hide my data like this. And again, I'm going to hide this. And again, I'm going to hide this. Now this three data has been hidden, and you will see the front end. The messy data is not coming here. Now we can simply find out the return percentage, return percentage. So return, I think the name is something else. So we need to check the data first. So return data is your return quantity. Is return quantity is here. The new measure. So now it is coming written quantity. It is not what we need to do. We need to add a summation first, then it is going to come. So written quantity divide by summation of what? Your total orders, summation of your total orders. So here we have total data, and here we have total orders quantity. And you can see mistakenly I have clicked on this question bank. So now you can see the measures. We need to rename this return percentage. So whenever so we can create any number of measures here, and we can find out the measures from here, and even we can create a measure table separately. Let's say I want to create a measure table separately, and how we can do that? Here we have one measure, here we have two measure, so we can keep them in a separate tables. How? So we need to simply insert a new table directly, and let's say enter data I'm using. So it will add a new table here. Table name, we can say it as measures list. So just load this. And you can see the measure list is here. Now we want to switch this return percentage to the measure. So we can simply click on this. And in the format tab, sorry, in the data tab, sorry, we need to actually delete this. Here we need to click on this return percentage, and you will see here we have home table, and in the home table we need to switch this into measure list. So we can simply just click on this measure list, and this will automatically move your measure list from there to here. Now we don't need this column one. We can delete this. Delete from the model. Yes. Whenever we are clicking on this checkbox, so it is going to add a visual directly. And whenever we want to edit anything, we need to double click in between. So here we have new measure. which is written percentage. Now we can add let's say I want to add a matrix this time. Let's say product wise matrix here, and here we have matrix. Now, how matrix is performing? Matrix is as same as your pivot table. So you can see the pivot table tabs are coming here. Rows, columns, and values. The same thing which is pivot table showing. So I can simply add product category or product look. Let's say model name in the rows and written percentage in the values. Now you can see Model X returning percentage is 3%. Model Z returning percentage is 2%. Overall returning percentage is 2%. So how we can format this return percentage also? We need to simply click on return, and we can simply click on this percentage, and you can see the actual percentage is looking like this. So which was 3%. Actually, it is not. So Model X is showing me 2.5 percentage is returning back. Model Y is showing 2.58 is returning back. Now, if I will open my original data of the return percentage of the return data, and you will not able to make any conclusion. You will not able to make the conclusion from this raw data at all. But from this Power BI tool, what we have done, we have integrated four database or more than four database together. All five are working together to just derive this small results. And simply how we can connect that data, just drag and drop. That is the only key to link the different data all together. So this is it about the measures and the different columns. And here we have some more tools. You can see here we have column charts. Here we have line charts. So the chart area is not difficult as much, but the key area is to understand is how to transform data using DEX. DEX is nothing just equal to Excel. So in the DEX, there are two things. Whenever you want an answer in multiple columns, multiple values, then we need to use a new column. And whenever we want the answer in one cell, then we need to use a new measure. So measure will look like a calculator symbol. And again, your column will look like a save symbol. Here we have a save symbol in tail data 2020, which we have hidden. Now, further, now let's try to understand some Power Query concept. So we have understand so much about the DAX function, so much about the relationship. Now we are going to backend to the little bit to find out the more transformation here. So here in the transform tab, here we have lots of things. Here we have one more thing, which is unpivot columns. Now, what does it do? Let's say here we have new data here, which is uh, this one. Now, this is a raw data, which is in Excel. And what I want to make this column in these three columns. I want to convert these three columns into a single one. Means the new data would look like this: North region, Central, South, and this bike will become three entries for north for the different, south for the different, and central again the different entry will come. Now what I will do, I will simply use unpivot for this. So whenever you are transforming your data into columnar form from the tabular form, then you need to use a unpivot, which is a powerful feature of your Power Query, which is not available in your DEX, which is not available in your Excel file. It is only and only available in your Power Query. Just close this. Now I'm going to load this data here. And this data is not going to connect with other data. So that's why I have automated, I have disabled the automated relationship. If I am not going to automate, I'm not going to disable that. So whatever it will do, it will try to make a relationship with this data also. So this will create a messy report. So now I'm going to import one more data here to showcase the use of unpivot columns. Here we have here we have Power Query tab. In the Power Query tab, we can directly import the data from the Excel files. Here we have Excel files, or in the BI tab. If we are on the BI tab, here we have BI. So we can import data from this file also. But this time I'm going to import my data from the Power Query editor. So new source, text and CSV, new folder. And here we have product category and pivot demo. Just open it. Now again, now it is not asking me transform, load, and all the things. Why? Because we are already in we or are in the already are in the Power Query editor. So just click OK, and you will see the new table is here. So for taking the advantage of this unpivot columns in the transform tab, here we have unpivot columns. So what we need to do, we need to simply select these three columns like this. If we have, let's say, 20 columns or 30 columns, so we can select all together column together. Now here we are going to use unpivot columns, and the data would be manipulated like this, and data is transformed like this. What we have done, see, the data was originally looking like this. Now after the unpivot columns, it is looking like this. So data has been transformed, and now again we can create a dashboard from this. We can create a chart. We can create anything. So on this, if we are, let's see, we are creating a pivot table, we need to select three columns, north, central, and south. For this, we need to select only single column, that is attribute, or we can simply rename this to reason. So that's how we can take the advantage of this unpivot columns. Here we have split columns, and we can split the columns by delimiter, number of character, position, lowercase to uppercase. This ready-made feature is not available in your Excel file. For that, we need to use three function, upper, lower, and proper. But in the Power Query, we have so much ready-made function here, which is already dealt with graphical user interface. And you will see here we have text tools function like delimiter. Here we have number of character to split with, position, lowercase to uppercase to lowercase. And here we can format the cases also. Let's say I want to format each and everything to the uppercase. So it will transform my data into uppercase, but original data will remain the same, but the transformed data will look like this. And here we can extract the first character, last character, range, text before the delimiter. Let's say I want to delete this reason word. I want to extract the north, central, and south. So we can simply take use text before delimiter, and we can enter the delimiter like space. Okay, and you can see the reason has gone. So it has been means before space we have extracted the reason. So that's how it is working here. So now Excel file, we have functions left, right, mid, upper, lower, proper. But in the Power Query, we have graphical user interface and the M code language. So if you want to if you are learning more about the programming language, so we need to learn M code language. If you are not able to if you are not comfortable with the M code, you can take the advantage of this transform tab. It will automatically resolve the problem of your means Power Query window. We are going to simply close and apply. Now you can see this product. The name is name of the Excel file is product category sales. So here it is, product category sales. This data is again not linked with anything. So we can again I want to show you showcase about this. This is it. The reason is here. Let's say I want to again add a matrix. So matrix. So now I'm going to add a pivot table. Because this pivot matrix is as same as your pivot table. So now reason in the column and values in the values. Now you can see this data will look like this. And how we are driving it, we are simply converting data to the unpivot columns. Then we are able to find out the summation of this multiple thing together. Now, one or two things we need to cover from the before leaving. We if, let's say if I'm going to save this file or export this file. So even let's say we have paid license, so what we can do, we can create a shareable link. So in the future, well, let's say user will click on this, so it will automatically update each and everything. So again, it is updating each and everything. Now we can simply save this file and in the free version, export and export as PDF. So this is going to look like this. So we can add a image also. So if you will see this, if you will see this, this one. So this is looking like a dashboard. What we have done here, we are simply using your slicer, and here we are simply using a text box. If you will see the Power BI, this is the window on which you can customize the this report view. And here we have insert option. Here we can insert our text box, shapes, images. So this backend thing is nothing, just an image. So you can enter any image of this of the let's say a real life World Cup, or let's say SAP or anything. Let's say your client logo. So this is the text box. Again, you can insert an image or the text box. This is a single card entry. I have formatted this, and this is again a single card, and this is single card. Again, this is the simple this one chart, which is a stack bar chart. So I can simply add this. So now what I need to do, I need to add x-axis and y-axis. So that's how we can use. It is as same as your Excel files. Now here we have a bar area chart. So it is showing how many customers are increasing from 2020 to 2021, 22. Here we are using slicer, model X, model Y, model Z. But here we are using matrix. And here we have a KPI. KPI is a different thing. Here we have KPI. Here it is. So what KPI does? KPI actually we need to learn some DAX function for learning this KPI, which is the time intelligence functions. So let's say what KPI does. I can give the guide idea only. What KPI does? KPI is a basically performance indicator. Let's say in the previous quarter, I have made a target of $2,000 of sales. Now my sales agent are saying we are going to make a sales of 2100, and at the end of this quarter they have made a sales of, let's say, 2050 only. So KPI indicator will show me my graph like this. Uh, uh, Green one here. If the quarter sales with the target will drop down, so it is automatically become red, and it will show you the target also goal like this. So it is a little bit tricky part to learn the KPI. KPI chart is totally linked with means your time intelligence functions. So how we can use that KPI actually? So for this KPI, we need to learn total YTD, total MTD. So what it will do, it will simply find out the total YTD sales, and it will compare that YTD sales with the current YTD sales. And what we need to do, we need to find out the actually two sales over here, which is the previous YTD and current YTD. So previous YTD, we can find out the previous with the previous month, and total YTD, we can find out the current month. So that's how we can take the advantage of this KPI editor, KPI. And here we have map chart. If we are going to use this, let's say I'm going to add a new sheet, and I'm going to add a chart of this map. Let's say here we have a map chart. So insert map chart. Let me see here. Here it is, map chart. So I can simply add latitude and longitude, which is already available in our data. So if I want to open our data like this, so here we have territory data. We have not imported our territory data. We need to import this. So home tab, just open the Excel file or click on all files. We are going to import territory lookup and load this. This latitude and longitude is very, very mandatory whenever we are dealing with the means map chart. So now we are going to again build a relationship between this territory lookup. So territory table is here. So now the common thing is territory key. We need to find out the territory key. So territory key is in the return data and the total sales data. So we can link this. Total sales data is here. Territory key is here. Now we can link this territory key with the territory key. Okay. Again, many to one. We are safe. Now in the return data, we can again link the territory key with the territory key. One to many, again we are safe. One to many and many to one, both condition are safe. Now in the report tab, here we are on the map. Now we want to find out the return orders on which state most of the return orders are coming. So location is this one country, sorry, state name, and latitude is this one, and longitude is this one. So map visual is actually not working with my internet. So we need to sign out this. Let's check whether it is working or not. We need to enable this actually from the option and settings. Option global security. Sometimes map does not work when you are means logged in, because some of the area of map this is means paid. So security option global and security file option and setting options global security. Here it is. Now just click on this. Now sign this. You need to sign in with the company ID. Sometimes map visual will not work when you are not using company ID. There's a configuration problem with the map function. And we need to simply add the legend here, which is the return orders. So I think it is not working with the internet issue. See details. Yeah. Let me just add this once again. Return quantity. And now it is working. Now I need to add a territory. State name is here. Latitude is here. Longitude is here. Now we can expand this. Now even we can zoom this like this. So you can see this is showing our most means this is showing this. Actually, our data is quite small in this case. So it is showing some state district is returning quantity only one. And here we have in the Andaman, we have again returning quantity one. So this data is very small. When let's say when there are multiple quantity in single state, so the bubble size will automatically update according to this order quantity. So that's how you can take the advantage of this map visuals. So to conclude, what we have done, so we have learned the basic of Power Query, basic of your DEX. So whenever we are opening a Power BI, so two things are opening: a load, a transform. Load will automatically take you to the DEX, and DEX cannot be worked without relationship. And Power Query is totally dependent upon the M code. It is the backend of your Power BI. Transformation is part is a little bit is equal to 70%. And when we are adding Power Pivot or Power Query with your Excel, so it is automatically becoming 70% of the Power BI. So this is it about the Power BI of the today's session. Ma'am, any query?
Thank you so much, sir. Let me check the chat box if anyone have any question. I will ask to participant, please do ask us. Vikal sir is available to tell any query if you have.
The Power BI is not a topic of means 1 hour. So if anyone want to learn Power BI, it means in detail. So it is a means a topic of at least 20 or 22 hours. So I've already made a video on YouTube. So you can also refer that also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I think we do not have any such questions. So let me conclude here.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. So it has been such an honor to be a part of this wonderful webcast on Power BI Unleashed from raw data to real impact, organized by Professional Skill Enrichment Committee, ICI. On behalf of the Professional Skill Enrichment Committee, ICI, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our speaker, CA Vikal Jain, his enlightening session. A wide round of applause and thanks to organizer Professional Skill Enrichment Committee ICI, our today's speaker CA Vikal Jain ji and other stakeholders made this webcast a memorable one. Finally, we would like to thank all of you present here and helping us make this webcast a grand success. Thank you one and all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Vikal.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.